Ever wondered why hedgehogs are covered in spikes? Or perhaps why they roll into a ball when threatened? Well, let's embark on an insightful journey into the world of hedgehogs, these quirky, spiky creatures that have captured our hearts and imaginations. Hedgehogs are unique creatures, and there's so much more to them than just their distinctive spikes. These spikes, or quills, are a hedgehog's first line of defense against predators. When threatened, they roll into a tight ball, presenting an intimidating array of sharp spikes to any would-be predator. But did you know that a baby hedgehog called a hoglet is born with soft quills covered by a protective layer of skin? This layer peels off a few hours after birth, revealing the spiky quills we're all familiar with. Quite fascinating, isn't it? Now, hedgehogs aren't just one size fits all. There's a whole range of subspecies that differ in size, color, and even the number of quills. For instance, the four-toed hedgehog, despite its name, actually has 5 toes on its hind feet. And then there's the long-eared hedgehog, a small desert-dwelling species with ears almost as long as its body. Remarkable, right? These charming creatures also have a varied diet that goes beyond the worms and insects you might expect. They're known to munch on everything from fruits and vegetables to small mammals, eggs, and even snakes. Yes, you heard right, snakes. As for their habitats, hedgehogs are quite cosmopolitan, making homes in a variety of environments, from forests and meadows to deserts and suburban gardens. They're nocturnal, which means they're most active at night, and during the day, they rest in nests made of leaves and grass. But these are just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to learn about these intriguing creatures, their behavior, their history, and the crucial role they play in our ecosystems. Stay tuned as we unravel the fascinating world of hedgehogs. Did you know that there are 17 different species of hedgehogs? That's right, each of these prickly creatures belongs to a different subspecies, each with its unique characteristics and adaptations. Let's take a closer look at some of these fascinating subspecies. First up, we have the long-eared hedgehog, a species native to Central Asian countries and the Middle East. Known for its elongated ears, this hedgehog has adapted to thrive in desert environments. It's a nocturnal creature, preferring to hunt insects, small rodents, and even snakes under the cover of darkness. Then there's the four-toed hedgehog, the smallest species of hedgehog. Despite its name, the four-toed hedgehog actually has 5 toes on its hind feet. This species is native to parts of Africa and has the unique ability to curl into a ball when threatened, using its spines as a defensive mechanism. Moving on, we have the European hedgehog, perhaps the most well-known species. This hedgehog is native to Europe, parts of Asia, and New Zealand. It's known for its larger size and distinctive brown and white spines. Unlike its desert-dwelling cousins, the European hedgehog prefers woodland and grassland habitats. Next, let's talk about the Indian long-eared hedgehog, a species found in the dry regions of India and Pakistan. This hedgehog has large ears, much like the long-eared hedgehog, but its spines are uniquely banded with alternating light and dark stripes. Finally, we have the Algerian hedgehog, a species endemic to North Africa. This hedgehog has a distinctive white belly and face, with the rest of its body covered in dark spines. It's adapted to a variety of habitats, from sandy beaches to mountainous regions. These are just a handful of the 17 subspecies of hedgehogs, each with its own unique traits and adaptations. From deserts to woodlands, hedgehogs have evolved to survive in a wide range of environments, showcasing their remarkable versatility. Clearly, hedgehogs are a diverse bunch, each with their own unique flair. Ever wondered what hedgehogs feast on? You might be surprised. Hedgehogs are mostly nocturnal creatures, and when the sun goes down, their bellies start rumbling. But what exactly does a hedgehog's dinner plate look like? You might think it's filled with fruits and vegetables, but that's not quite the case. In reality, hedgehogs are insectivores, which means their diet consists primarily of insects. From beetles to earthworms, caterpillars to centipedes, a hedgehog's appetite for creepy crawlies is insatiable. They're nature's little pest controllers, helping to keep the insect population in check. But that's not all they eat. Hedgehogs are opportunistic eaters, and they'll happily munch on a variety of other foods if they come across them. This can include everything from slugs and snails to small rodents, bird eggs, and even frogs. Interestingly, hedgehogs have a unique method of eating their prey. They use their sharp teeth to crush hard-shelled insects before consuming them. And if they come across something particularly tasty but potentially harmful, like a venomous spider or a poisonous toad, they have a fascinating way of dealing with it. They'll chew it into a frothy paste and then spread it over their spines, creating a toxic cloak that can deter potential predators. However, it's important to note that while hedgehogs are capable of eating a wide range of food, not everything is good for them. Foods high in fat or sugar, such as milk, bread, or pet food, can cause serious health problems. So if you're thinking of feeding a hedgehog in your garden, it's best to stick to specially designed hedgehog food or a dish of water. Remember, while hedgehogs are adorable, they're also wild animals with specific dietary needs. Feeding them the wrong food can do more harm than good. So hedgehogs are not just cute, but they are crucial for keeping our environment balanced. Their diverse diet helps control pests and contributes to the overall health of our ecosystems. It just goes to show that there's more to these spiky little creatures than meets the eye. Hedgehogs have a rich history, even featuring in ancient myths and folklore. Curious to find out more? Now let's embark on a journey through time to explore the vibrant historical tapestry of these spiky little creatures. Hedgehogs have been trotting the earth for about 15 million years, proving their resilience and adaptability. Their unique appearance and distinctive characteristics have granted them a special place in various cultures and civilizations throughout history. In ancient Egypt, hedgehogs were revered and seen as symbols of rebirth due to their tendency to disappear during winter, only to re-emerge in spring. They were often depicted in Egyptian art and artifacts, showcasing the culture's respect for these creatures. Moving on to ancient Rome, the hedgehog represented intelligence and resourcefulness. Romans admired the hedgehog's clever method of collecting food by rolling on fallen fruit to impale it on their spines, a behavior they likened to a farmer gathering his crop. In Celtic mythology, the hedgehog was associated with the earth and the underworld, symbolizing intuition and self-preservation. Their spiky exterior was seen as a metaphor for protection and defense. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, European folklore painted a more whimsical picture of hedgehogs. They were believed to predict the weather, with the direction of their bristles indicating the coming wind. This belief was so widespread that it even inspired a popular weather proverb: "When the hedgehog sees his shadow at noon, expect a cold spell soon." Coming to more recent times, hedgehogs have continued to charm us, featuring prominently in literature and media. Who could forget the endearing Mrs. Tiggy Winkle from Beatrix Potter's famed children's books, or the speedy Sonic from the popular video game series? From ancient times to today, hedgehogs have always intrigued and fascinated us. Their rich history and enduring presence in our cultures underscore their importance, not just as unique members of the animal kingdom, but also as symbols of various human values and beliefs. Despite their popularity, hedgehogs face numerous threats in the wild, but we can all play a part in their conservation. As much as we adore these spiky little bundles of joy, it's a stark reality that hedgehogs are facing increasingly challenging threats in their natural habitats. It's not just about losing a species, it's about the ripple effects that such a loss can have on the entire ecosystem. Habitat loss is one of the biggest threats to hedgehogs. Urban development, industrialization, and intensive farming are shrinking their natural habitats at an alarming rate. Pesticides used in agriculture are depleting their food sources, like insects and worms, leaving them to starve. Road accidents are another significant threat. Hedgehogs are nocturnal animals, and they often fall victim to traffic while foraging at night. Predation by other animals is a natural part of life for hedgehogs. However, with the loss of their natural habitats, they're more exposed to predators than ever before. But it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is, we can all do something to help. By creating hedgehog-friendly environments in our gardens, we can provide safe havens for these creatures. Leaving a corner of your garden wild, with piles of leaves and logs, can offer shelter and food for them. Reducing the use of pesticides in our gardens can also help by preserving the insects that hedgehogs feed on. And it's not just about what we can do in our gardens. Supporting conservation organizations that work to protect hedgehogs and their habitats can make a difference too. Education is key. By learning more about these creatures and spreading the word, we can raise awareness of their plight and what can be done to help. In the grand scheme of things, these actions might seem small. But remember, it's the collective effort that matters. If we all do our part, we can ensure that these enchanting creatures continue to enchant future generations. Remember, every little step counts when it comes to conserving these delightful creatures. In our journey to understand these fascinating creatures better, We've discovered their uniqueness, their challenges, and what we can do to help. But the journey doesn't stop here. There's so much more to learn and do. If you've been touched by the plight of hedgehogs and want to do more, consider volunteering with a local wildlife sanctuary or conservation organization. You could even adopt a hedgehog from a rescue center, providing a loving home for a creature in need. Or perhaps make a donation to a hedgehog conservation foundation. Every penny counts and contributes to research, rescue operations, and preservation efforts. And remember, sharing knowledge is a powerful tool. Talk to your friends, family, and community about these delightful creatures and the steps we can take to protect them. Use the power of social media to spread the word. After all, the more people that know about the challenges hedgehogs face, the more likely we are to make a significant difference. We invite you to join us in this prickly cause. Together, we can make a world of difference for hedgehogs and ensure they continue to thrive for generations to come. As we wrap up our journey with hedgehogs, we hope you've enjoyed this fascinating exploration as much as we have. Thanks for joining us on this prickly journey. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the fascinating world of animals, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Stay tuned for more.